I guess so. Today's an exciting video. This is a video I've been wanting to do for over a year now, I want to say. Ever since I did the Yogscast video last year, I've been wanting to share more creators that I really love and appreciate. They're all much bigger creators, so they do not need me shouting them out whatsoever. But do you know what? Sometimes you just want to talk about a creator that you appreciate, that you aspire to, or that their content has been there for you through like thick and thin. So today I'm going to talk about a channel that I've mentioned a few times I think this year, and that is Sorted Food.
We are Sorted, a group of mates who have your back when it comes to all things food.
What you guys may not know about me is I've been watching Food Network sort of channels since I was in my early teens at the very least. I used to watch this channel, Market Kitchen, and I didn't realise until a few years ago that one of the chefs from Sorted Food was actually on Market Kitchen. So I very possibly saw some of the segments way before I even started watching their YouTube channel. Obviously, this was before their YouTube channel was even created. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, Sorted Food are a bunch of guys where they have just regular people who don't really know how to cook. They just know how to do, you know, bog standard. And then they had a friend who was a chef. And it all started where they were apparently around a pub table in Cornwall, drinking beers and chatting, and they were, I think, college students at the time.
The reason we keep on nodding to Cornwall is because basically Sorted started in what can only be described as a up in Cornwall. When we all got together, all of our mates, did some cooking, took some photos, tried to make a book.
And it all started because they were trying to show how easy it can be to cook food and get people more excited about cooking food. I think even their first book, their first cookbook that is, was related to college cooking. That's where it all started. They would grab any of their friends, put them in videos.
This was back in the time where we would just literally grab anyone and ask them to be in videos.
Hang on a sec, so that's Mike, not you Mike, that's Barry's cousin Mike, and that's our mate John.
So 2/3 of the cooking team in that particular episode gone.
They would make these stupid jokes.
Evans, let me tell you what Christmas is really all about this year.
Snow! I know what a mullet is, I know what the colour grey is.
Yep.
And I know...
That's what Evans is going to look like in 20 years' time. This is a messy job, Evans, so I'm going to glove up.
No, refrain.
Just like one of your normal movie nights, right?
Yeah, you said it.
What in the kitchen do you need to pump up?
The jam. Oh, wow. We talked about my irregular shape and that my pancakes weren't a good shape either. So
I'd prefer to go back home and look after a child that screams for 23 hours straight.
But this is Vogue.
Vogue. Strike a pose.
God, we're old, aren't we?
Right, idiots. No one's going to get Madonna references. I mean, that was even before our time. So what are we thinking? No wonder Gen Z hate us.
They would make jokes and it would be an enjoyable way to sort of learn how to cook. I've always called them the Top Gear of food because I used to religiously watch Top Gear. Not for the cars, I mean, I'm a bit of a car fanatic, and I used to watch it for the camaraderie between the guys on Top Gear. That's exactly why I think a lot of people get pulled into watching Sorted Food. It's the camaraderie and the in-jokes.
It's the kind of the running jokes that gets people coming back for more, and they feel like they're in a kind of club and they really like it because they get it. So to all those people who have seen one of our battles before, please join me in saying, Barry, turn your hob off! I feel like you're living in some kind of... Barry!
Hob on, obviously.
Barry's been here because that hob's still on.
Quintessential bay leaves. I'm going to get rid of the bay leaves. They've done their job.
Whatever job that is.
Like a bay leaf, you're going to take it out before you serve it, or is it?
Nothing like a bay leaf, Ebbers. You're going to be able to taste that this was in here.
And the bay leaves are doing absolutely nothing.
He said it!
Yay!
He said it! That's on.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Clip that.
Only mistake I might have made here is cooking Jamie a salad.
We're going to need something fresh. I know, like comfort food, you don't necessarily think salad. It's got aubergine. It's like a salad, isn't it? Aubergine.
So what's happened here is there were 3 meats to choose from in that box. Jamie's used all of them.
We don't want to waste food here. I mean, no chance with Jamie around.
And some mint.
Oh, Don't you dare give him a sprig.
And then along the way, you've learned things about cooking. You've learned new terms, you've learned new ways of adding flavour to dishes that you wouldn't have maybe thought of before. The reason I want to talk about this channel as well is because these are guys who grew up like 2 or 3 towns away from me. I lived in Hertfordshire for like 25, 26 years of my life, and they're also from Hertfordshire. From as far as I'm aware, I think they were brought up in Hertford, which is just a stone's throw away from where I'm from. So I don't know, there's always been this kind of like connection of these are guys from my sort of almost hometown, and I've always wanted to support them because of that. So Salted Food have also travelled a lot. The first travel series, I was going to say one of the first travel series they did was around the USA, where they weren't going to eat unless they got advice from one of their subscribers tweeting them as to what to eat, and it was up to the subscribers to decide where they would go to eat and what they would eat.
Salted Food is going on a world tour to explore this incredible, amazing world of food that we live in. And the best thing about it is that you are in complete control of us.
And everything.
Yeah.
We've called it Lost and Hungry because we're going to be going to these incredible destinations, and you guys are going to tell us where to go and what to eat. Every meal we eat is up to you. You have to tell us. You have to tell us, otherwise we're going to be very lost, and he's going to be so hungry.
So hungry.
But the one before that, which I still absolutely love, every now and then I'll go back and watch it because I'm a huge rewatcher of a lot of content creators, but especially Salted Food. I think their content is incredibly rewatchable. Island series, they did about 3 or 4 sort of vloggy sort of episodes, but also they did a bunch of episodes where they showed different recipes. It was a very enjoyable series. One of my favourite moments from that was when he said that everything was going to be fine, and they go through how many times he's had cancellations or flight issues or lost luggage and all this sort of stuff, and there was actually a problem on that trip.
What's the last one of those that you went on? How many natural disasters have you had?
3.
How many airlines have gone bust?
2.
How many bags have you lost?
2.
How many holidays have been cancelled?
4. He'll be fine.
You're in Limerick.
No.
Really? They're in Limerick?
They're in Limerick.
Can we just for a second, just for the sake of this, clip back to the beginning of this entire series?
He'll be fine.
So that was really funny. But yeah, so then they did the USA trip. They've gone to Dubai.
Headed to a stunning fishing harbour for our next meal.
Oh, nice. What is that?
Like, no. No, we don't need to do this.
There's a weight limit, and I think I'm over it.
Oh, no. 100.
This may or may not come as a shock to you, but I'm overweight.
No!
And it's always really interesting to see how they incorporate other people and other advertisers in their content, because the way they do advertisements with a lot of content creators, I feel like it's almost a script the person's reading. You kind of just skip ahead a little bit. Sometimes you don't want to feel like you're being sold to, especially if it's a product you're not really interested in. However, some content creators I've seen observed do this, where they create a way for it to be enjoyable, whether it's funny, whether it's informative, etc. And Salted Food have an incredible way of doing that. They have done ones with Heinz and a whiskey company where they literally create a video where it's a battle, like the normals pitted against each other, of what they can create, and you don't feel like you're watching an ad.
Cheers to you too. Good battle.
Want to say a massive thank you to the Singleton for getting involved and giving us the challenge.
Today we're teaming up with Heinz again to challenge our normals to an ultimate store cupboard battle.
They did another one recently where they went to the US and they talked all about walnuts.
Barry and I travelled to California, home to some of the best walnuts on the planet. We did so by invitation of the California Walnut Commission. Yep, that is a real thing.
It makes it informative but enjoyable. You don't feel like you want to skip past. Speaking of their formats, they have so many incredible formats. I really enjoy the kitchen gadgets segment where they'll test out whether something is actually useful or not, and to the point where they've got these spoons.
Spoon.
Which that sounds weird, but it's a spoon and a spatula sort of in one. At the time of them testing out that product, they were like, it just seems like a really expensive utensil that seems unnecessary.
I won't know until I use it every day and see how much time and money and effort it saves me.
But actually they have so many of them now, to the point I think they even have it on their website. Pretentious ingredients is always really good as well. So that's a format where something can be an ingredient you may not have seen before, but they test it out to figure out whether the ingredient is pretentious, aka like, is there a reason for the pretentiousness of it?
How much do you think I paid for that one bottle?
I think that bottle of water is probably something extortionate like £40.
Bottle of water cost us 140 euros, which comes out at about 120 pounds.
I'm logging you out of our account. You can't keep spending money on this
For the
stuff.
Ebbers, pretentious or not?
Correct, pretentious. I kind of like it.
That's always a really, really good one to watch, the premium versus budget. I've introduced that to my mum and she's really, really enjoyed that.
Oh, David, Deptford. Can I have 2 spoonfuls of honey, please?
Oh, okay, let's break the rules. Go on, we'll do the same for
Please.
Jay.
Desperate times, Mike.
So
Desperate
no
times.
one's ever gone 0 and 4.
Why would you give me a spoon the wrong way round?
To the point where they worked with Asda, which is a supermarket brand in the UK, do comparisons between premium versus budget in adverts, I think.
Does great tasting food have to cost more? We're finding out in a series of blind taste tests.
Asda's now pitting itself against the toughest opponents, luxury shops.
She was like, oh my god, those are the YouTubers that you introduced me to. I've mentioned this before, the Pass It On series. That is one of the most beloved series.
Cayenne pepper in there. Shut up, Ed. It's weird, but it works. Oh, that's quite... How is that so spicy?
Into sour rhubarb went lime juice.
It's the flavour triangle, Ben. Come on. Save that for later.
So you saw a pan of chickpeas.
And I thought half of them have already gone into the hummus, and there's another half that are there boiling, and I'm not sure why they're there yet.
So that is just the base to the hummus with date syrup.
This needed more time and or work.
More chickpeas.
What's this? The f is that? The hell are they? Right. Oh, let's be honest, guys. It's not like that's going to make the difference.
Which happened. It was thought up randomly by, I think, Barry, one of the creators of Sorted.
Barry had this idea for a video based around a relay race where instead of passing on the baton, you're passing on your contribution to a dish to the next person who takes it from there.
It went so badly, I think we nearly fell out over it.
There's Mike, Barry, Jamie, those three are all normals. And you've got Ben, Push, who are both chefs, and Slater is another chef on the team. And they also used to have a chef, James, as well, but he has now left. He comes back every now and then for videos, as well as sometimes he'll come back for live shows. They used to only solely do Pass It Ons, and now this summer they did a whole 2 full days of different games, one of which was a pub quiz, which was absolutely hilarious. They did 2 Pass It Ons, they did a poker face, they did a Kush Cooks, which it reminded me a bit of that sort of Food Network, almost like Saturday Night Kitchen. Is it Saturday Night Kitchen? I don't watch live TV. It's just someone cooking a recipe while chatting at the same time. That was so enjoyable. I'm so glad that they're bringing that back for the Christmas show this year. They have the chef versus chef is always really entertaining. Then be given either ingredients or a concept that they have to run with.
What is going on? Why are my ingredients floating around the kitchen? What do you do with my béarnaise?
It's in the microwave.
It was sat on top of a pan of steaming water, so we didn't do that.
I've got a pan of steaming water here.
Game over. Go on.
Have I split it?
Yes.
Seeing the chefs and how they deal with the concept or the ingredient, create that into a dish is always so entertaining. But also seeing the battles between the normals, because like I say, the normals, Mike, Jamie and Barry, none of them are professional chefs. None of them have gone to culinary school whatsoever. None of them have worked in professional kitchens. They've been doing unplanned ones recently.
It looks like a giant fried egg.
Now I've got to worry about how to flip it. This is not good for safety. Even Slater's panicking.
Oh, one slice tilted up along the side.
Stop coaching!
That's horrible.
You just taste your dish and say that's horrible.
No, I didn't realise I was saying it out loud.
Do you want a second opinion?
I genuinely forgot we were filming for a second. guys, I'm just saying, we've pushed Evans to the edge. I think today we might have gone too far.
He's doing that, and I've done that.
Oh my gosh, and I've done that!
Which are, to me, just as chaotic as the original battles. One of, I think, a lot of people's favourite things is the sabotage. They're like little kids. It brings out the child in them, which is always so super funny. Oh, the Harry Potter one was absolute carnage.
I can't work out where this recipe starts because I haven't got a recipe. That was you. That was so blatantly you.
No! Get...
Going to improve.
You could say that.
Guilty! No, because that will just go. This is polyester.
And also there was a macaroon battle, which was hilarious.
Lid gone. No!
I put Mike's icing sugar in the little bin thing as a bit of a joke in the bowl, so it's perfect.
I was trying to get ahead with my egg, and I threw my egg in the bin.
Get out of my way! Where's my icing sugar? You put an egg in it as well. Oh, that's funny, is it?
I need to keep...
Oh, that's really funny, is it? That's really funny, is it?
No, it is.
12, 13. No! We are square, we are square.
What's he done?
He took the chunky bits of his flour and put it in my sieved flour. Therefore, I have to sieve it all over again.
I'm glad you're so far behind. Why? Because you did that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
And the unplanned battles give me the same sort of humour. They haven't done Poker Face in a really, really long time on the channel.
Don't smell it.
Don't vomit on me. This shirt is very white.
Wow.
They've done like spicy challenges where they're not meant to show.
It was just to go, oh my goodness, I've just solved this really sad thing.
So even the locals only put 2 drops into a large bowl of soup.
How many did we do?
Half a bottle?
Anything on their face. Fermented foods that had like surströmming, which is a really, really fermented, super smelly fish.
Brothers, lift the cloche. Woo. This smells so bad. The last time we opened this, you were in a tent. Not only did you throw up, but we stunk out the studio for about 3 weeks after and we couldn't get rid of the smell. Oh my goodness, yeah, I can smell that. Neither here! Oh no, it's got in the mask! It's in the mask!
God, no.
They had extreme food challenge, which was like ridiculous amounts of garlic or overcooked spices.
No. Barry, get rid of that thing on your mouth. Wipe it. Barry, wipe it for the sake of the viewers. Wipe it.
Excellent poker face.
No, it's coming out like Play-Doh.
It burns. It really burns.
But speaking of collabs, they've done quite a few collabs on their channel. They've done ones with, I remember they did one with Emma Blackery a long time ago.
So we're putting in a few of our own twists. But
They've done one with, it was, I think, someone who was on Great British Bake Off, I think.
Chetna and your phenomenal samosa recipe. Thank you.
Oh, I am so excited and so looking forward to that.
I think you're going to love this game.
Oh my God, they had Emma Thompson on one of the Pass It Ons. She went on with her daughter because her daughter's a fan of the Sword Food channel, and they were raising awareness for a cause.
I'm not sure any of us can quite believe it, nor how on earth it's happened. But today, we welcome actors Dame Emma Thompson and her daughter Gaia Wise to Pass It On.
They've had other TikTok creators like Poppy.
Of my depth. Right. That looks like caramelly. Let's put some potatoes in caramel.
They're raw.
Okay, right. Then I need some butter in there as well. They look minging. That is not what I expected to happen. Okay, so while that's in there, let's go in with a bit of...
So yeah, they've had quite a few people in their run over the last, I want to say it's going to be 14 years this year, because I'm pretty sure they celebrated 13 years last year.
Yes. It's our 13th birthday. We're teenagers.
Which is so funny because I think I came to their channel, it was a few years after they started. I think I've been watching them for maybe 8 or 9 years. I remember that I started watching them when they did their 3 Things With. They worked with Tesco's, which again is like a big supermarket brand. It would be 1 ingredient per episode, and they would show 3 different recipes you could do it with.
In case you don't know, our mission here at Sorted is to get people into the kitchen talking about
and cooking
great food.
Because of this, the guys at Tesco have asked us to take some everyday ingredients and use them to create 3 incredible dishes.
It would just make you think differently about just a simple ingredient. And I found that At the Table series, which I absolutely loved, and I'm so sad it's no longer on the channel.
This is Ben, Jamie, Barry and Mike.
Easy.
We are old schoolmates, and together, the faces of Sorted, an online cooking community with one aim, to get more of our generation into the kitchen. In each episode, one of us attempts to impress the group with a great tasting recipe, and we talk food at the table.
But then they also did Big Night In, which was similar in a way to that, where rather than going out, having a big night in with your mates or something with some food around the table and having a chat, again was very similar to the At the Table that everyone really enjoyed.
Staying in is the new going out, but only if you've got great food and your mates with you. Unfortunately, we don't have any other friends, but the food is incredible.
Another reason why they don't do it very consistently, but they have got this series as well on their channel where they sort of just chat about food, and each person will bring up something. So whether it's a new food trend or a new drink they've just found or a new cuisine or a new content creator.
Goodness. Oh, they're fried chicken!
Oh my god.
That's awesome!
And something they mentioned actually in that video, which I really want to bring up, is that, and this, I think this is one of the reasons I really wanted to talk about this channel especially, is that they have created such an incredible community.
Team of 25 people, and you, the best community in the world.
That are so nice and so welcoming. There are so many different age ranges, from younger to my age to a lot older. I remember someone saying in a comment that they were 70 to 80 years old and they watched their content, and I remember messaging them saying, like, it's so incredible that they have such a diverse community. It just shows how great this channel is, and that's one of the reasons, like I say, I wanted to bring more attention to it and more love to it. Sometimes I don't think they get enough love. They're just so enjoyable to watch. They make you laugh and they make you learn, and they do some incredible things. They should be incredibly proud of what they've created, not only the community they've created, but the team they have that work for them. They have like 30 plus people, I think, that work in their team. You can tell how much all of them care about the end products. They care about the community. They care about what people are going to receive as an end product, whether it's the content or even the app that they've got. They've got an app called Sidekick.
Our chefs devised a new system to change the way we cooked our meals. Stop shopping for single recipes. You will waste food. Let's bundle multiple meals together to use the same ingredients.
You can choose from a bunch of different recipes. You'll have like 3 to 4 different recipes in each pack, and you get different packs per week. And you can choose out of which ones you prefer to cook that week. And depending on the time of year, people have mentioned that obviously if they're on the other side of the world, it's not as cheap as obviously it would be in the UK or in like Europe at the very least. But obviously because they're from the UK, it's kind of hard for them to gauge what it's going to be like on the other side of the world, I would assume. But I can appreciate that kind of comment. But they try to create recipes with affordable produce at that time of year. So like seasonal ingredients. They wouldn't choose something that's going to be really expensive out of season because it's not going to be the best quality and it's not going to be as affordable for the people that they're creating the recipes for. You can literally copy the ingredients. You can add that to your shopping list, my notepad, and then go get the stuff that you don't have, because there'll be things that you won't necessarily need to buy all the time. Like I have garlic in the fridge all the fucking time. Tomato paste, you don't run out of that really quickly. Olive oil, obviously you don't run out of that really quickly. Things like that makes it cheaper for you. You can choose which recipe you want to cook on which day. You're not regimented to any of them. So if one cooks faster and you think like, oh, I can't be asked to cook tonight, so the quick recipe will be better for me tonight. Whereas other nights you'll be like, oh, do you know, I've got some time, I'm going to spend like 25 minutes cooking. The only reason I no longer use the app is because for me, again, I've seen other people mention this, and I appreciate that this isn't something that is easy to do, especially I think on a weekly basis, probably harder. I'm someone who I have to be very aware of calorie intake that I'm eating because I'm constantly on fucking diets. Their food is It's delicious food. It's not weight control. You can tell that Kush makes this food. Kush is one of those chefs. I want to say, like, I've always loved the team at Salted, but Kush has come in front of the camera since James has left last year. And he only just came in front of the camera recently. And his personality and the way he cooks, it just shows how different one chef can be from another. James was he made very pretty food, very thought-provoking food. And then you have Ben, who makes food that he wants to make it as easy as possible, but as tasty as possible. Kush makes things where he doesn't care how long it takes. He doesn't make things for your waistline. He makes things that you want to just dive into them. Like, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go watch where they test out these pans and watch how he creates his mac and cheese. I've never seen so much cheese go into a mac and cheese, and it looked to die for. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it here. Really hope you guys go and check out Salted Food if you don't know who they are. They are an incredible channel, and I cannot say enough good things. Like I say, they are one of, if not probably my favorite channel ever on YouTube, because like I say, I rewatch them all the fucking time. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you like it. I'd really appreciate it. I will be doing another Shane breakdown next, so hopefully you guys stick around for that. I'll probably do a Predator video after that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.